Hi, I'm former Eagles punter Sean Landetta, and you're watching CI TV.
Hello and welcome to another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. It's Wednesday, January 17th, 2018. We're at Colonial Elementary School Gymnasium in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania for Suburban 1 American Wrestling between the Upper Dublin Cardinals of Fort Washington and the host, Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials of Plymouth Meeting. The Cardinals this season, coached by Dave Jones, 3-10 overall, 0-3 in Suburban 1 American, while the Colonials, coached by first-year head David Luffy, 4-5 and 1-1 in the conference. We're going to start off at 106 and 113. Jake Bainbridge is for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Jake Bainbridge is wearing the singlet. Upper Dublin is wearing shorts and a t-shirt. This is the first season in which you're allowed to wear shorts and a shirt. It will be take down 2 points for Upper Dublin. It will be 2-0 early on. We'll have 3 2-minute periods per bout. Now, a bout could end early if there is a tech fall, pin, disqualification, or default by injury off the mat. Bainbridge is 8-10. He's a freshman for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Minute 20 to go. In the first period of 113, it's 2-0. Favor the Upper Dublin wrestler. It's one of 3 possibilities. Aiden Reed, Brett Rama, or Johnson. Now 53 seconds to go in the 113's Upper Dublin 0, PW 0. That's 1 on the escape for Bainbridge. It's 2-1. Favor the Upper Dublin wrestler. And it was off the mat. There are a couple of moves players like to do in order to take down an opponent. There's the half Nelson, single leg takedown, double leg takedown, and an ankle pick. Bainbridge is down the right leg. The Upper Dublin wrestler's on top. That's 2 points there. 4-1 for the Upper Dublin wrestler at 113. Bainbridge is on the bottom. Bainbridge this season has been pinned 8 times. Got to try to get the reversal, and he does. It's 2 points for Bainbridge. He's down 4-3 as time expires in the first period of the 113. It's a great decision. It is deferral. So Bainbridge will start on top. Upper Dublin has lost 3 straight conference meets. In fact, Upper Dublin has lost 6 straight dual meets overall. Last win, December 27, 2017, 49-28 over Academy Park at the Delco Duels. PW is coming off a 5th place finish at the Grapple at the Brook Tournament January 12th and 13th. Now trying to get a half Nelson probably is Jake Bainbridge. He's on top. It is Brett Rama. You hear "Come on, Brett" in the background. He's a freshman, 16-6 is his record. Rama could be dangerous. He has 10 pins. Bainbridge is on top of Rama, trying to get that single leg takedown. Rama wearing the shorts and shirt. As Bainbridge is in the singlet. Aiden Reed will take on John Jang of PW in the 120 next. All 14 bouts in this meet are scheduled to go without any forfeits. Bainbridge is on top. Just looking for prime possession. 32 seconds now in the second period of 113. It's 4-3 Brett Rama of Upper Dublin over Jake Bainbridge of PW. Upper Dublin has lost each of the last 4 meetings against the Colonials. Last season, PW won 46-24 in Fort Washington. Bainbridge is on top, holding on. No one is doing something. He might be going for an ankle pick, perhaps. Now trying to do a takedown, but he can't do it, and that is the end of the second period. No score in that period. It is still 4-3 Brett Rama over Jake Bainbridge in the 113, our first of 14 bouts. Interesting storyline. There is a female scheduled to go for Upper Dublin at the 126 against Marca de Batista, Angelina Tockett. She's 3-12. All 3 of her wins have been forfeits. Di Batista is 19-1, so should be an interesting matchup when it happens. 148 to go in the third period. It's 4-3 Brett Rama. And that is a reversal for Bainbridge. It's a 5-4 lead for Jake Bainbridge. Brett Rama is holding on, having a stellar season so far. He has 3 forfeit wins, but don't have to worry about that tonight. Just 1 major decision. Rama has 2 regular decisions, so he usually pins down the opponent. Bainbridge now trying the cradle. Brett Rama. Rama's not able to break away. Should Rama get a point and we are tied after this third period, we will go to sudden victory. It is 5-4, Bainbridge. Official will break it up there. So there's a break for Brett Rama. He has nowhere to go. There's 34 seconds to go in this opening bout, the 113-pound classification. Bainbridge trying to get near fall. Now he's on the ground. Looking for the half, and that's 2 points for each player, including a reversal, I think. Scoreboard has 7-4 to Bainbridge. Bainbridge could get a pin. 5 seconds now. He'll hold on for a decision. And that'll do it. Put 3 points on the board for the Colonials. Jake Bainbridge will win 7-4 by decision. We're gonna get a clarification of the score. But hold on, the score may have been different. It may have not been 7-4. It is the 120. PW gets 3 points though. It might have been 7-6 for a double reversal. Okay, I think it was 10-8 maybe. So it's 3-0 PW&T points. John Jang will be for PW. And we're going to stop it already. The clock is not running, so we'll start again. John Jang for PW. He's 4-15 on the season. 13 of his 15 losses have been pins. He has just one pin to his credit.
Let's go, John.
Jang. There'll be some takedown points. It'll be 2-0 John Jang over Aiden Reed. This is Aiden Reed he's taking on. Aiden Reed having a little bit of a difficult season at 7-11. He's pinned 3 opponents, but has been pinned 10 times. So John Jang is up 2-1. Reed did pick up a point. Last time Upper Dublin defeated Plymouth Whitemarsh was January 30th, 2013, 33-28 in Fort Washington. Both trying to get a good move, maybe for a half end or an ankle pick. Now they're both standing, trying to find the opening. Aiden Reed is wearing the shorts and shirt. John Jang's wearing the blue singlet for David Luffy's squad. David Luffy, 2006 PW graduate, was 85-61 as a wrestler under Hall of Fame head coach Bob Lawrence. 16 seconds to go in the first period of 120. It's 2-1 John Jang of PW. And out of the circle. It's been a busy week so far for CES Gym. As on January 16th, Plymouth Whitemarsh Varsity Boys Basketball really took care of business against the Quakertown Panthers, 91-47. And John Jang has an edge after one period. The 120s up 2-1 over Aiden Reed in our second of 14 bouts. And all of our bouts are filled up for any forfeits, which is a good sign. Trying for the single leg takedown is Aiden Reed, spinning around like a bicycle or a motorcycle. And he'll take him out of the circle. Minute 50 to go in the second period of the 120-pound class. It's 2-1 PW's John Jang over Aiden Reed. Upper Dublin. After this will be the 126 Angelina Tockett for Upper Dublin versus Marco Di Battista. It'll be a good test for the junior Tockett. It's not every day where you see females wrestling, but thanks to Title IX, equal opportunities provided. And there's going to be a reversal there for Jang. But the arm from Reed is wrapped around. Jang is leading 4-1 over Reed, but boy, a possibility of a potentially dangerous could come really around the neck. And there's a reversal for Reed. That's 2 points. So it'll be 4-3 John Jang over Aiden Reed of Upper Dublin. His head's on the ground now. And there's a reversal there for Jang. That's 5. Back points coming. So 6-3 on the board. Now there's back points still. But those are being waved off. Gonna need a reversal or an escape here is Jang. Now 28 seconds to go in the second period of 126. Free John Jang. He'll get 2 points. And also 2 points on the reversal. It's 8-5. Those 2 points went to Aiden Reed 16 seconds ago. In team points, it's 3-0 PW. By the way, this is a sport in which you can lose team points for penalties and unsportsmanlike conduct. Reed trying to take down. The time's about to expire. 2 minutes in the books in the 120. It's John Jang of PW, 8. And Aiden Reed of Upper Dublin, 5. So Jang won that period, I believe, 6-4. Now in the wrestling meet, teams get 3 points for a decision, which is 7 points or fewer. 4 points for a major decision, which is 8-14. A tech fall, which would end the bout, is 15 points. A pin is 6 points. You get 5 points for a tech fall, of course. It's 8-6. There was 1 point given to Reed. Now, maybe an ankle pick here or a single leg takedown coming. Oh, backfired. 2 points now. It's 8-all. Those 2 points on the takedown went to Aiden Reed. This is a good one. 8-8 with 1:17 to go in the third and final period of regulation. John Jang is 4-15. Aiden Reed 7-11.
Come on, John, you got it. You got it, John.
100. Yeah, that was a minute to go. We're in the 120 though. 3-0 PW and team points. It's 8 for Jang and 8 for Reed. This will be a good time for a reversal for Jang, and he gets it. 10-8, John Jang, exactly what he needed to do. He may pin Reed right now. Maybe a second pin coming, just looking for the tuck position. PW teammates encouraging John Jang to hold on. 23 seconds. A reversal here will tie it up. It's 10-8. John Jang. 3-0 PW and team points. And down he goes. 5 minutes, 45 seconds for the pin. John Jang with his second pin of the season. PW now up 9-0. For Reed, it is the 11th time this season he has taken a fall. A hard-fought battle, but Jang got it done. It is 9-0 PW through 2 bouts. Our next one's going to be an interesting one. For Upper Dublin will be Angelina Tockett and Marco Di Battista for PW in the 126. Di Battista got his 100th career win on December 20. Let me see here. December 29th, 2017 in the Mustang Holiday Tournament at Governor Mifflin, a 3-0 decision over Ryan Burstler of Middletown at 120. He has won 17 straight bouts. Tockett is 3-12, but all 3 of her wins have been by forfeit. It's 4-2 Di Battista early on, now 6-2. It's been a tough season for Tockett. She has been pinned 11 times, 6 in under a minute. Her only non-pin was a 22-7 tech fall by Great Valley's Brendan Cahan. And down she goes in 51 seconds. It's now 15-0 PW and team points, and that's the 12th time Tockett has been pinned. It was tough for her. For Di Battista, it's the 35th time in his career he has pinned an opponent. He's now 106-17 in all of his bouts. He has never been pinned or lost by a tech fall. That is his 18th consecutive win. He is now 20-1. PW up 15-0. Now we're at our 4th bout. It's going to be Michael Clarkson for Plymouth Whitemarsh and Joshua Hong of Upper Dublin, the 132. Clarkson is 6-6 on the season. He has won 2 decisions, lost 5, has 1 major decision, lost 1. He is 2-0 on pins. Hong is 1-12. His lone win was a forfeit. He has lost by decision once and been pinned 11 times, so tough going for him. Hong is in the shorts and shirt, and in the singlet blue, in the blue coloring, is Michael Clarkson.
Come on, AJ.
Good takedown there for Michael Clarkson. Now looking to take him down again, but there is the escape. It's 2-1 for Clarkson. Hong picked up the escape point. Dave Jones, all he could do was walk around the Upper Dublin side. Picked up his 200th victory in Upper Dublin's regular season finale last season, 42-39 at Cheltenham on February 8th. It's 4-2 now in favor of Michael Clarkson. Right away with the 15 team points already, PW has double-digit points for the 47th consecutive dual meet. That's 2 points for Clarkson again. It's 6-2. Michael Clarkson, the PW, over Joshua Hung in the first period of 132. 1 point awarded to Hung. It's 6-3. Clarkson. This is our fourth bout already. PW up 15-0 in team points. By the way, PW has not allowed 50 team points to an opponent in 25 consecutive dual meets. The way this is going, it's going to turn to 26. Grabbing that left leg is Hung. Now just trying to get a reversal or a takedown here. Maybe an ankle pick. The time will run out. 2 minutes in the books in the 132. It's 6-3. Michael Clarkson. 2017 Plymouth Whitemarsh football season had been a rough going, 1-8 record. But the 2018 year is off to an awesome start for Coach Dan Chang. I'd like to congratulate Coach Chang and his wife Becky on the birth of their daughter Emmy Marie Chang, 7 pounds 15 ounces, January 15th. Hope all of the Chang family's doing well. So second period now in the 132. It's 6-3 Clarkson of PW over Josh Hung of Upper Dublin. It's 15-0 PW in team points. Our fourth of 14 bouts. By the way, Di Battista with that pin said that he has 106 wins. He has more wins now than his brother Gianpiero Di Battista. A couple more. We actually have a different wrestler. It's AJ Mahabi. We have a change of plans. Sorry for the confusion. I have to thank for the clarification. So it's AJ Mahabi. Hasn't wrestled much this season, but Mahabi doing a great job. Apologize, we're very sorry for the incorrect wrestler. Originally it was Michael Clarkson, but Mahabi decided to move up to the 132 against Hong. So perhaps Michael Clarkson will take on John Palmer in the 138. So 33 seconds to go now. In the second period of 132, it's 10-4 Mahabi. AJ Mahabi now, he's in the blue singlet. 17 seconds to go in the second period of 132, 10-4. Right now, that is a regular decision. Now looking for the takedown. Maybe a half Nelson to get into pin mode. Close, but not enough. Time will run out. It is now 10-4 in favor of PW's AJ Mahabi, not Michael Clarkson, over Josh Hong of Upper Dublin. And we're sorry for the name confusion. We have a change of plans in the lineup. PW dominating the match so far. 1 decision and 2 pins. At one point, Marco Di Battista went over 20 bouts without a pin. Now there's a couple of pins in his last few bouts. And now AJ Mahabi, a minute 40 away from picking up a decision for PW. Upper Dublin is really far behind. Again, the Cardinals, losers of 6 straight dual meets. 0-3 in conference play. Oh, close to that double leg takedown, and he gets it. It's now 12-5, still regular decision, up 7. 1 more point would put him in the major decision range. Minute 6 now, but he breaks away. A reverse escape, that is, will be 12-6 now.
Come on, AJ.
AJ Mahabi against Josh Hong in the shorts and shirt for Upper Dublin. 47 seconds to go. Arms around the head. Going probably for either ankle pick or that single leg takedown, but nothing doing for Joshua Hung, who again is 1-12. Faithful here at CES Gym, encouraging AJ Mojave. Trying to go for that takedown. Trying to pull him up. He will get two. It's now 14-6. Mojave is in the major decision range. Up 14-6, 8 seconds to go in the bout. Third period. Cannot get an escape. He is off the mat, 3 seconds to go. 14-6. If it stays this way, Jay Mojave will pick up a major decision. It'll be 4 more PW team points, up 15-0 right now through 4. This is the 4th bout. And there's the one, so it's going to be just a regular decision. Actually, that will stop it there. It is a 14-7 decision for AJ Mojave. That escape there made it from a major to a regular decision. But still 3 team points for PW. It's 18-0, Plymouth Whitemarsh through 4 bouts. Time for the 5th bout. It's the 138. It will be John Palmer for Upper Dublin. Michael Clarkson will move up from 132 to 138. It was a late meet decision. Clarkson is 6-6 on this season. Palmer is 6-10. He has pinned 5 opponents, but has been pinned 5 times. Clarkson, just 2 pins on the season, but hasn't been pinned at all. And again, is 6-6. This is the 138 class. PW up 18-0 in team points. Going for that single leg takedown. Clarkson going for the quick route, and he gets 2 on that. 2-0 Michael Clarkson over John Palmer. Our 5th of 14 bouts, and we do not have any forfeits scheduled. By the way, PW, with the pin by John Zhang, has now recorded a pin in 24 consecutive dual meets. Upper Dublin, meanwhile, has conceded a pin in 71 straight. Now back points here. 2 points given to Clarkson. Too close to comfort. Clarkson on top. 4-0 with 45 seconds to go in the first period of the 138, our 5th bout. 18-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh in team points over Upper Dublin. PW already 1-1 in conference play. Lost to Quakertown, as you saw here on CITV on December 20th, 2017, 40-24, and quite a feisty one. It was closer than the score indicated. Quakertown right now still without a loss in conference play, so Quakertown looking to repeat as American champions. 10 seconds to go in the opening period of 138, and almost a pin. Gets out. 5 seconds now. 2 more points. It will be 6-0 Michael Clarkson over John Palmer through 1 period. Suburban One Sports is the Suburban One League's premier high school sports authority, providing athletes and fans the latest sports news, scores, and photos. Visit www.suburban1sports.com. Second period now in our 5th bout, the 138. PW's Michael Clarkson in the blue singlet is up 6-0 over John Palmer of Upper Dublin. Arms around the elbows there for Palmer, but now he's on top. 8-0 Clarkson. A tech fall is a 15-point edge. 7 points, unanswered points away from ending this on a tech fall. Clarkson doesn't have a tech fall win this season. Now back points are coming. Maybe for John Palmer. Now, and down he goes. It is a pin for Michael Clarkson. That was at the 3 minutes and 50. That was at the 2:55 mark. Almost 3 minutes. And with that pin, PW, 3 pins, 2 decisions, up 24-0. Isaac Avellino for PW will take on Jackson Rock in our 6th bout, the 145-pound. Avellino is 11-8. Rock is 14-8, 25-17 overall. Avellino, not known for pins, he has only 3, but 5 decisions. Rock, meanwhile, 7 pins, but he's been pinned 5 times. He is 3-0 when it comes down to regular decisions. Off the circle. Upper Dublin looking to gain points soon. Our 9th bout is, which could be where it could get interesting, the 170 Mason Novak of Upper Dublin. He is 15-3 in the season. He's 71-20 in his career. He's a junior. That will be interesting later on. There's a single leg takedown. Can he do it? He cannot finish. But he does get 2 points, taking him down. So it's now 2-0, Isaac Avellino. Almost off the mat. The leg stayed and the knee stayed in. Now for that takedown, but the out of the circle. 42 seconds to go in the first period of the 145 class. Isaac Avellino is up 2-0 over Jackson Rock of Upper Dublin. I mentioned Upper Dublin hasn't had a wrestler go to the state tournament since Colin Devlin in 2015 at 132. He dropped the 12-5 decision to Victor Kenderdine of Manheim Township, but then suffered a 3-1 sudden victory defeat the hands of Mafacton's Bryce Reddington in the consolation. Upper Dublin does have one state champion to its credit. 1978, Bill Marino at 126 defeated Jim Lawler of Erie McDowell 7-4. I think Marino finished the season without a loss. That's 1 point on the escape there. It's 2-1. That's 1 point credited to Rock. It's still the first period. 10 seconds to go. 2 points there for Avellino. It's 4-1 Isaac Avellino PW, and I think that's where we're going to finish in the first period. For 1 period and 145, Isaac Avellino PW 4, Jackson Rock of Upper Dublin 1. Again, we're sorry for any incorrect lineups as they do change before matches. So Isaac Avellino will take bottom position. David Luffy and company on the sidelines telling him to stay in. 1 point each. Or just 1 point there for Avellino. It's 5-1 Isaac Avellino. Be 2 points for Avellino. It's now 7-1. And now here we go. Down he goes! Have no mercy. PW is now up 30-0. That is already the 4th pin of the match for Plymouth Whitemarsh. That came at 3:34. Oh. Jackson Rock is hobbling, and Dave Jones has to help him off. We are through 6 bouts, 30-0 Plymouth Whitemarsh. And now we're going to go to our 7th bout. We'll be at the halfway point. Jake Ginnison for Plymouth Whitemarsh in the blue singlet, and then the shorts and shirt for Upper Dublin will be Skylar Hackett in the 152. Ginnison is a freshman. He just started on varsity. He is 0-3. He has been pinned in all 3 bouts. Hackett is 5-12. He is 1-5 in decisions, 0-3 on tech falls. He has 3 pins, has been pinned 4 times. So Ginnison looking for his first varsity win. And now PW looks quicker, stronger, and a little more skilled. Innocent trying to find that prime possession. Off the mat. Headgear comes off of Hackett. He'll have to put it back on. After this bout, we'll be halfway done. It would be the 160 scheduled to be Justin Heckler and Zach Fisher. Fisher's looking for his 80th career win on varsity. He's a senior. Jake Innocent is in the singlet with Plymouth Whitemarsh. So 0-0 with a minute to go in the first period. And we have 3 2-minute periods unless there is a tech fall, pin, disqualification, or default. And team points can be removed from the scoreboard if there is an unsportsmanlike conduct or another type of penalty. There are a variety of penalties that can cost you points. In fact, Upper Dublin lost a meet this season 70-11 against Westchester Henderson at the Chichester Duels on January 13th. Upper Dublin had 2 pins but lost a point. And this is not a good sign. Jackson Rock on the sideline is still hobbling, even after he was pinned by Isaac Avellino. That's Avellino's 4th pin of the campaign. 30 seconds to go in the opening period of 152-pound bout. It's 0-0 for Upper Dublin's Hackett and PW's Ginnison. Arms around the heads now for each. Standing up. Each receiving instruction. That was a potential mistake by Hackett, where he regroups. And that is the end of the first period. No score through 1. Jake Innocent 0 and Upper Dublin's Hackett 0. It's 30-0. PW on team points. PAWrestling.com, your online resource for Pennsylvania wrestling. Main coverage is on high school wrestling, but there's also info on junior high, college, and clubs. Get info on all 12 PIAA districts, as well as every league and just about every team. Make sure to visit them online at PA-wrestling.com. Well, that may have been potentially dangerous on Ginnison. Minute 44 to go in the second period of the 152 bout, our 7th bout of this conference tilt. Still 0-0. Hackett and PW's Ginnison, but PW is up 30-0 on team points. Now he's going to have to wrap his arm around the pits. PWA official still doesn't see the necessary action to award points. I don't know if he's going to try to go for a half Nelson. It seems like he is. Couldn't get it to go through. Minute 13 to go in the second period of the 152. Hackett, Ginnison still without a point. PW has won all 6 of the bouts so far. 4 by pin, 2 by decision. PW has been the Suburban 1 American Tournament champion in each of the past 4 seasons. So it could be dangerous when it comes time to go to February action. Now 40 seconds to go in the second period of 152. Ginnison and Hackett still scoreless. Ginnison is on top of him. And another danger call. The official has to break it up. And Skylar Hackett, we're Upper Dublin in the shorts and the shirt, 5-12. Ginnison 0-3. David Luffy and coaching staff for PW instructing to go under the arms. So looks like there could be either an ankle pick or a half Nelson. Maybe going for a leg takedown. Trying to grab the arm. Yeah, he's going for the pick. But nothing doing after the second period. For 4 minutes in the 152-pound bout. Slower Hackett, Upper Dublin 0. Jake Innocent of PW 0. Almost a takedown. Oh, there could be a danger call here. And there's a reversal. 2-0 in favor of Ginnison. Now it's going underneath the arms.
Come on, Jake.
Ginnison is on top 3-0 now. He's going to take him out. A little extracurricular activities, but everything seems to be fine. They would Luffy definitely into this one with the motions. There have been 3 PW head coaches since Luffy has graduated, if you count Bob Lawrence. He retired in 2008. Nathan Wachter, who coached a couple seasons, and Justin Giovinco, who coached a couple seasons. Now he's back at his alma mater. It looks like there's going to be a stall on Hackett. Hackett cannot figure out Ginnison, who is only 45 seconds away from his first varsity win. Ginnison probably like a pin, but he'll take a win. If all this stalling, there could be a disqualification. Now he's going for the cradle. He's cradling him. Nothing doing. 20 seconds now left in the third period of 152. Almost there. But almost only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades off the mat. We got 12 seconds left to go in the third and final regulation period of the 152. It's 3-0, Jake Jennison of PW. If there is a PW decision, it'll be 33-0 halfway through. It's 30-0 PW. Now 10 seconds. Jennison on top. Hackett trying to wrap around, but he's not going to get it. Jake Ginnison, win number 1 in his young career. Wins 3-0 by decision. It is now 33-0 PW, and we'll step aside. More wrestling is coming up on CITV. Welcome back to the Suburban One American meet between the Upper Dublin Cardinals and the PW Colonials. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. We're halfway done this meet. Plymouth Whitemarsh leads 33-0 in team points. We're now in our 8th bout, the 160. Justin Hickler of Upper Dublin will be in the shorts and shirt versus PW Zach Fisher in the blue singlet. Fisher is going for his 80th varsity win. He is 79-45, 17-6 on the season. Justin Heckler, 7-12. He has been pinned 8 times. Zach Fisher has been impressive. He has not been pinned by an opponent in 77 consecutive bouts. His last pin loss was on December 29, 2015 by Jack Yander of Allentown Central Catholic, which was in 3 minutes 45 seconds. That was back at the 126-pound class. Minute 20 to go in the first period of 160. It's 0-0, but 33-0 PW. Zach Fisher on top, but he's getting wrapped around and will have to be broken up by the PWA official. PW's last state champion was John Michael Stonemeyer, 2011. There's 2 points for Zach Fisher. Trying to buy the referee's attention here. Near points coming, maybe. 2-0. Now just needs to get that shoulder lowered. Holding for dear life is Heckler. Trying to get PW's 5th pin already. PW also has 3 decisions. 30 seconds. And down he goes. 32 seconds to go. It's 1:28 for Zach Fisher with the pin. There's his 80th career win. It's now 39-0 PW for 8 bouts. By the way, for Fisher, that is also his 29th pin of his career. Warren Young will be taking on Upper Dublin's Mason Novak in the 170 in our 9th bout. This is going to be an interesting one. Mason Novak, a junior, is 71-20 in his career. He has 15-3 in the season, so Upper Dublin could get some points. Mason Novak has not been pinned at all this season. In fact, has been only pinned 3 times in his career, twice by the same opponent. Tyler Moosaw of Unionville has been the one to pin down Novak in each of his last 2 bouts that he has been pinned. So Warren Young of PW in the blue singlet, Mason Novak in the shorts and the shirt. Since he's a junior, Novak 29 wins away from 100. The way he's going, it's not out of the question. 1:10 to go in this 170 bout. Mason Novak 0, PW's Warren Young 0. Warren Young is 13-7 on the season. He has 6 pins, has been pinned once. Under a minute to go in the first period of 170. 0-0, but 39-0 PW in terms of team points. By the way, it is not technically impossible for Upper Dublin to come back and win, since we have, including this bout, 7 left. Well, after careful consideration, not anymore. You only get 6 points, so PW is already going to win this meet. I had to think of that. So this one is essentially over already, but it's just we still have, including this bout, 7 bouts to go. So after careful calculation, the most points Upper Dublin can get in these final 7 bouts, 33. 7 times 6 is 33. PW already has 39. So yeah, it is not possible for Upper Dublin to win this. So Upper Dublin's already going to drop to 0-4 in the conference season. Warren Young and Upper Dublin's Mason Novak did not put any points on the board, so it's 0-0 for 1 period. Warren Young will be in the bottom position. Mason Novak will be on top. Novak, 34 career pins, has been pinned 3 times. He has 9 pins this season, and now Novak is on top of Young, trying to break the shutout. After this bout will be the 182, Jason Wan and Scott Horry. Got to watch the arm here, very close to a pin. If that arm comes down, Mason Novak's going to have a pin. That's going to be 3 points for Mason Novak. Novak first to draw. It's 3-0 Mason Novak over Warren Young. You have these type of wrestlers who are outliers. Last season, PW had a match, I think, won 60-6 or 66-6 against Cheltenham, in which Cheltenham got 6 points and 2 decisions, including one by August Gershwin, who basically was one who could get a win every bout. He reached about 100 wins club. And Gershwin has since graduated if he was a senior. So Warren Young is down 3-1. He did get a point for an escape on Novak. 58 seconds to go in the second period of 170. Upper Dublin's Novak 3, PW's Young 1. 39-0 PW in team points. Again, PW mathematically has already won this. It's just a matter of what the final score will be. Off the circle. We're going to be ordered back in. 32 seconds to go in the second period. 3-1 Mason Novak. And 71-20. Novak, three-time champion at New Hope Solbury tournament. This season, it was held at Pope John Paul II in Royersford. He's also the 2016 champion at the Upper Moreland Invitational. He hasn't been pinned since March 4th, 2017 by Unionville's Tywin Musaw. Musaw has recorded the last 2 pins against Novak. Novak has been pinned only 3 times in his career. Good news is Unionville is in the Chestmont League. This is Suburban 1 American. For 2 periods, it is 3-1 Mason Novak for Warren Young of PW. And 170 or 9 of 14 bouts. Then we don't have any forfeits on tap. It's been a while since PW had been involved maybe in a match without a forfeit that we've seen. So a minute 50 to go in the bout. Regulation, that is. It's 3-1 Mason Novak. Young's on top. Got to make sure Novak stays down. He doesn't want a reversal against him. PW last season defeated Upper Dublin 46-24. That's 1 point for each. It'll now be 4-2 if I'm not mistaken. Scoreboard has 4-1 though. Novak is up by a couple. Minute 15 to go in the bout. By the way, the last time these two teams faced, PW had 2 forfeit wins, Upper Dublin 3. PW had 2 pins, Upper Dublin 1. It's a much different situation. PW already has, according to my calculations, 5 pins and 3 decisions. Upper Dublin no points yet in the team score. It's 39-0, but Novak on the board up 4-1 off the circle. Pulling up that knee guard is Lauren Young, who again is 13-7 on the season.
Right away, Warren, right away. You gotta go.
We're going to see maybe if there's going to be that leg takedown. Oh, that's a mistake for Young. There's a takedown for Novak. It's 6-1 Mason Novak of Upper Dublin. He's 30 seconds away from ending the shutout. Breaks it up. It's a point on the escape. 6-2 though, Novak. Right now we'll need to get some back points and maybe even the pin, perhaps. Of course, this was the bout in which Upper Dublin had the greatest chance of picking up maybe even a pin. So 17 seconds to go in the 170 bout. Novak of Upper Dublin up 6-2. 13 seconds, he's got to hurry, he's out. So maybe one last move. One last act, perhaps, for Warren Young, who maybe come back and win. There's 5 seconds left. He needs to take him down right now. He's not going to get it. And that's it. Mason Novak ends the shutout. He will pick up a 6-2 decision over Warren Young. Upper Dublin on the board, but it's 39-3 Plymouth Whitemarsh. Novak is now 16-3 on the season, 72-20 in his career. Warren Young is 13-8 now. We'll go to our 10th bout with PW up 39-3. Scott Horry is going to take on Jason Wan in the 182. Attention Colonial School District parents, is your child going to be age 5 by September 15th? Start the registration process online and mark your calendars for kindergarten parent orientation night on April 25th. To get started, visit colonialsd.org and click on Central Registration in the Department tab. Okay, we're in the 182.
Yeah, Scott.
1 minute 49 to go in the first period. Scott Horry up 2-0 on Jason Wan of Upper Dublin. Horry 14-7 on the season. He has 5 pins. He has 8 decision wins. Now back points are coming. Just a matter of time. Wan is 0-6. He has been pinned all 6 of his bouts. Looking for maybe lucky number 7 in Horry's terms. This will be unlucky number 7. A minute 20 to go. 40 seconds in. It's 2-0. Just needs to lower down those shoulders. 3 near fall points. So it's 5-0, Scott Horry. Horry gains control, just needs to pin down the head. Maybe throwing down a half Nelson, it looks like. Maybe getting a cradle. That's 3 more points. It's 8-0. We haven't seen a tech fall yet. Down he goes! Scott Horry pins Jason Wan in 1 minute and 11 seconds. That, for PW, is the Colonials' 6th pin. It will be now 45-3. It should be 45-3. The scoreboard has 45-2. Unless a team point was taken off. So the scoreboard has 45-2. Right now it's Rocco DeSimone of Upper Dublin against David Garcia in the 195, our 11th bout. Scoreboard has 45-2 though. So there may have been something that shouldn't have been done. DeSimone in the shorts and shirt. David Garcia is in the blue singlet. He is 12-8. Garcia is on the season. He has 7 pins. DeSimone, however, is 4-7 on the year. He has pinned 2 opponents. 2-0 David Garcia. 45-2 the scoreboard says in favor of PW and team points. It's either 45-2, 45-3. Mason Novak did pick up the decision in the 170 over Warren Young. So 53 seconds to go in the period. 45-2 in the team score, we believe. Unless it's 45-3, but it's 2-0 Garcia over Upper Dublin's DeSimone. We'll have 3 bouts after this one. Thirty seconds to go in the opening period of 195. 2-0 David Garcia of PW over Rocco DeSimone of Upper Dublin. Off the mat. Clock will stop with 18 seconds. 2-0 Garcia, though. It's been overwhelming for Upper Dublin this meet. In fact, Upper Dublin hasn't been to the District 1 dual meets since 2013, lost 42-21 versus Neshaminy in Championship Round 1. That will do the first period. Through 1 period of 195, David Garcia, PW 2, Rocco DeSimone of Upper Dublin. Nothing yet. DeSimone has a heavy cough. He may need to catch his breath. He's been exhausted in the first 2 and change. Decent sized crowd here at CES Gym, but it's been basically all Plymouth Whitemarsh, with the exception of Mason Novak with the decision over Warren Young in the 170. Off the mat, off the circle we go. David Jones is sitting down, the head coach for Upper Dublin. Both of them are standing up, trying to plan their course of action. A minute and a half to go in the second period. It's 2-0 Garcia, and the 195 was still the 220 heavyweight and 106 to go. And Plymouth Whitemarsh has mathematically already won this meet. PW in each of the past few seasons have lost either 1 or 0 regular season conference meets. Justin Giovinco had turned it around the last 3 years. PW at one point had been up and down. In fact, I think in 2011, PW struggled to even get a win. I think picked up at least 1 win. It was back when Upper Marion was in Suburban 1 American. Norristown had been the cream of the crop when it was in Suburban 1 American before it left for Pioneer Athletic. And there's a couple points there on a takedown, it looks like, for Garcia. 4-0 David Garcia in the 195 over Rocco DeSimone. Official still standing, trying to get that cradle. Trying to look for that position. "20 seconds to go in the second period of this bout. Second period, 4-0. Simone not having any answers yet. Garcia's still on top of him, looking for a reversal or a takedown. Now wrapping around the head. 2 seconds, and that will do the second period. Garcia picks up a couple more points. It's now 4-0, David Garcia over Rocco DeSimone. Go to the third period at 195, our final period of regulation in this bout. Scoreboard has 45-2. Despite a decision win by Mason Novak. Rocco DeSimone getting encouragement from the upper Dublin faithful. Can't get the takedown there. Now DeSimone trying to cradle David Garcia. DeSimone in terms of decisions, 0-5. And DeSimone is 4-7. Garcia 12-8. Upper Dublin faithful still encouraging DeSimone for minute 11 to go in this bout. We haven't needed sudden victory for any. This PW has been busy pinning and getting decisions. So under a minute to go in this bout. The 195, 4-0 Garcia, DeSimone on top. Now trying to lock those arms. Garcia's going to get up. Garcia's going to try for the reversal, it looks like. Trying to withhold the pressure. Potential stall. It looks like. Garcia. And we got a stall warning. 1 point on the stall. 5-0 Garcia over Rocco DeSimone with a half minute to go in this bout. This is our 11th of 14 bouts. Darren Reese will be in the 220 for PW against either Andrew Sendlet or AJ Bailey. Careful. One more point on that dangerous decision. 6-0. Got to be very careful here. DeSimone is flustered. Will take neutral. It's 7-0. Garcia needs one more point to make it major decision territory. 8-14 will be 4 points for major. It's 45-2 if the scoreboard's correct. In 1 second, that's it. 7-0 decision in favor of David Garcia. It is now 48-2, the scoreboard says. Now go to our 12th bout, the 220. Darren Reese will go in for Plymouth Whitemarsh. So our 12th of 14 bouts, PW scoreboard says 48-2. It's either 48-2 or 48-3. But either way, PW is about to get to 50 points with another win. So Darren Reese for PW is in the blue singlet. He has 7-8 on the season. He has pinned 4 opponents, but has been pinned 4 times. So, minute 31. Looks like it's Andrew Sendlet. If it's Andrew Sendlet, that means AJ Bailey would go into heavyweight against Paolo DeSano. This is Sendlet. Difficult season, 4-14. has been pinned 13 times. His other loss was a tech fall. He has pinned down 2 opponents, and his other 2 have been forfeit wins. So minute 6 to go in the first period, 0-0. Still no scoring here. Trying to lock into the gear. It will be broken up. Now 50 seconds to go in the first period of 2:20. 0-0. Now 43 seconds to go. PW up by at least 45 in team points. In the meantime, the next scheduled edition of CITV Sports would be on Friday, January 19th, 2018. Boys and girls swimming and diving, Cheltenham at Plymouth Whitemarsh. Also, don't forget to visit us online, www.colonialsd.org/community/CITV for programming information and to even watch our videos online. 5 seconds now, the opening period is 2:20, and it looks like we'll have no score for the first 2 minutes, and that's where we'll be at. So 0-0 Reese, and we believe Senlick for Upper Dublin. This is home of the Colonials, also home of the boys and girls basketball teams. The PW boys basketball team, 12-0, entering January 17th. In fact, for the third time in the last 10 years, the PW boys basketball team had been undefeated entering Martin Luther King Day of Service holiday. Now, the last time at which PW had been both undefeated at the MLK Day point and scored 90 points at the same during that same stretch was 2010 when PW won the state title that season. PW coming off a 91-47 win in boys basketball over Quakertown and have been undefeated entering MLK Day, so maybe good things to come for Jim D'Onofrio's squad. Minute 12 to go in the second period, still no score between Warren Young and we believe Andrew Senlick. 57 seconds now. 0-0, believe it's 48-2. 2 points for Senlick, we believe. Now 45 seconds to go in this bout. Young and Reese needs that reversal though. It'll break up. There's that escape. It's 2-1. Andrew Senlick is up 2-1. 23 seconds in the second period. That is. We're in the second period, to clarify. Second neck. Literally right now. Both locking arms around each other. 3 seconds. For 2 periods in the 220-pound class, it's 2-1 in favor of Upper Dublin's Andrew Senlick. That means AJ Bailey would be taking on Paolo DeSanto in the heavyweight next. And then it should be Nick Gallagher and Dylan Moore in the 106. 1 point there, it's 2-all. The point awarded to Reitz. Should we remain this way for minute 47, then we will go to sudden victory. Now, in sudden victory, it's a minute. If there's no scoring there, I think we go to 2 30-second periods. Of course, unless there's a pin. Minute 30 to go in this bout in the 220. It's 2 for Senlick and 2 for PW's Darren Rees. PW on the scoreboard up 48-2. There might have been a point taken away from the Cards. Minute 10 to go in this bout. 2-2. Darren Reese in the blue singlet for PW and the shorts and shirt for Upper Dublin with the Cardinal logo in the back. It's Andrew Senlick. This is the first season in which PW is allowing shorts and a t-shirt for wrestlers. Breaking tradition of just a singlet. Of course, you can still wear a singlet. And for PW has pinned down, I believe, 6 opponents in this bout, in this meet. Won 3. Actually, have won 4 bouts by decision. And this will drop to only 1. Mason Novak, 6-2 over Warren Young in the 170. So 29 seconds to go in this 220. It's 2 for Senlick and 2 for PW's Darren Reese. And at this point, we might go to sudden victory. There's 17 seconds to go in this final period. They don't want to let go. There's 10 seconds. I think Reese just looked at the clock. 3 seconds. We're going to sudden victory. Reese won that period 2-0. We'll have 1 minute. Whoever scores first will be declared the winner. If there's no scoring, it will be 2 30-second periods. So sudden victory now. Let's see who's going to break it up. 40 seconds to go in sudden victory. Andrew Senlick 2. PW's Darren Reese 2. We'll have 2 more bouts to go after this one. PW girls basketball team 12-1 entering January 17th. By the way, PW had a bowling match postponed on this January 17th against Quakertown. Earl Bowl Quakertown, because Quakertown did not have school on this January 17th. Almost there, 20 seconds. He got it. Darren Reese wins 4-2, sudden victory, decision over Andrew Senlick. PW up 51-2 now, according to the scoreboard, with 2 bouts to go, or 3 points, depending on who's keeping score. But PW up by at least 48. Upper Dublin's going to drop its 7th straight dual meet. Here comes Paolo DeSanto. Going to take on A.J. Bailey of Upper Dublin, and that's heavyweight, 285. Bailey is 4-10 on the season, 6-22 in his varsity career. DeSanto is 12-6. DeSanto has 10 pins, and there's a takedown. 2-0, and this one may end in a jiffy. Back points coming. We're in the first 20 seconds. Down he goes. That's an 18-second pin for Paolo DeSanto over A.J. Bailey. It's 57-2. Final bout coming. It is the 106. And we thank you for tuning in to this exciting one. And visit pa-wrestling.com to fulfill your wrestling needs. Dylan Moore will be taking on, I believe, Nick Gallagher. Nick Gallagher is 1-2 on the season. Well, now Dylan Moore, 14-6. Half of his wins have been forfeits. In fact, Moore started the season 9-0, but 6 of those wins were by forfeit. He has lost his last 2 bouts. Moore has pinned 4 opponents and has been pinned 3 times. Bailey, let me see here. Bailey had been pinned for the 10th time this season. Nick Gallagher, his lone win this season was a pin. The other 2 times when he lost were both via the pin. Minute 33 to go in the first period of our final bout, the 106. It's 0-0 for Gallagher and PW's Dylan Moore. Moore is in the blue singlet. Gallagher is in the shorts and the shirt with the Cardinal logo in the back for Upper Dublin. PW is going to win this meet, allowing fewer than 10 points. I'm not sure the last time in which PW won a meet allowing 2 points or fewer. It's been a long time. And last season, PW allowed 6 points to Cheltenham in a meet. And just an overwhelming night for Upper Dublin. The Santos pin was PW 7th. PW has won 5 decisions. Mason Novak has Upper Dublin's lone points. A 6-2 decision on Warren Young in the 170. 2 points coming for Dylan Moore. It's 2-0. Watch out. 1 point. There's potentially dangerous. Scoreboard for team points, 57-2. The most points PW has this season is 64. It was 64-12 against Springfield Monco on January 10th in league play. PW will get its 2nd straight conference win. Upper Dublin will drop its 4th straight. Last conference win was Coach Dave Jones' 200th dual meet win. It was February 8th, 2017 at Cheltenham, 42-39. Jones has been at the helm since 2000. By the way, Upper Dublin has not won in this gym since January 12th, 2011. It was 45-32. That PW team had John Michael Stoudemire and Justin Stoudemire, the Stoudemire brothers. Off the mat. Off the circle, 5 seconds to go. It's 2-1 in the first period of our 106. Final bout. Now 3 seconds left. Through 1 period of 106, our final bout. It is Dylan Moore PW 2, Nick Gallagher of Upper Dublin 1. They will defer. Dylan Moore will take the bottom position. DistrictStores.com is the place to go if you want to know how your team is doing in District 1. When you're on the website, click on the desired season and then your desired sport to find out up-to-date records and rankings for each PIAA classification. That's DistrictScores.com. PW boys basketball, the top spot right now in District 1 6A. The girls in the top 10. Takedown for Moore. It's 2 more for Moore. 4-1. Dylan Moore in the 2nd period, 1.5 minutes to go in this 2nd period of our final bout, the 106. For next school year, Plymouth Whitemarsh High School will have a new auxiliary gym at the spot where Jim West previously stood. This could be the final season we're doing wrestling here at CES Gym. It's been a pleasure covering the meets in this gym. A lot of great meets. Once upon a time, PW actually had been down by 3 possessions and needed a pin with Sahikin in its final 3 bouts, and it did. It was, I think, in the 2008-9 school year. 46 seconds to go in the 2nd period of the 106. It's 5-1 PW's Dylan Moore. Been a wacky January 2018 so far with a few snow days, early dismissals, 2 hours delay. Off the circle. So Upper Dublin had 10 or more team points in 23 consecutive dual meets. So for the first time since January 4th, 2017, the Cardinals are going to finish with under 10 points. That was a 69-7 loss at Quakertown. So PW has done a sweltering job. All-around victory. 10 seconds to go in the 2nd period. 5-1 Dylan Moore over Nick Gallagher of UD. 3 seconds now, and we'll be heading into our final period of the night in the 106, 5-1, Dylan Moore. So he'll stand at the top position. By the way, due to final exams in our recent inclement weather situations, CITV schedule might have changed a bit, so make sure, again, you check us out online. colonialsd.org/community/CITV. We plan on rescheduling a girls' basketball game we had planned for January 25th against Sankofa Frida Academy, but that's not happening. So we plan on doing senior night February 9th in girls' basketball. If the circumstances permit, of course. A minute 20 to go in the 106 bout and on the night. 5-1 Dylan Moore of PW over Nick Gallagher. Again, Moore 14-6. He's 32-28 in his career. Gallagher on the season 1-2. Hasn't wrestled a lot. PW, the scoreboard says 57-2 in terms of team points. You get 3 points for a decision. So perhaps if the scoreboard is correct, Mason Novak might have done something that warranted only 2 instead of 3. Oh, no. Mason Novak, the only win for Upper Dublin. That was at 170. Paolo DeSanto had the quickest pin at 18 seconds. Marco Di Battista had a 51-second pin on Angela Tockett. That's right, on a female because of Title IX. So it's just been a tough night. It's been a tough season for Upper Dublin. Of course, PW has not taken the opponents lightly. Darren Reeves with a 4-2 victory over Andrew Senlick in the 220. 20 seconds left in the 106-pound, 5-1. Dylan Moore. It's only been decisions and pins in this meet. 10 seconds left on the night. And it looks like Dylan Moore's going to hang on for his 15th win. It would be his 3rd decision. And that will do it, folks. 5-1 decision by Dylan Moore over Nick Gallagher. And after all 14 bouts, Plymouth Whitemarsh will win by a score of, if it's correct, 60-2. 60-2. It's either 60-2 or 60-3. But all in all, a 57-58 point win for Plymouth Whitemarsh was just overwhelming for the Cardinals. That will be another edition of CITV Sports. I'm Scott Samuel David Weiss. Good night, everyone.